Earth's evolution. The last several billion years have seen. Asteroids have been hammering Earth, collided with other planets, and repeatedly frozen over. Not to mention living under the control of various bizarre life forms. And sometimes, it's amazing that at all our blue homeworld has managed to survive. However, if we wish to quickly review the history of our planet, we'll need to go all the way back to the beginning. 4.5 billion years ago. About 4.5 billion years in the past, our solar system started to form from a thick cloud of dust and interstellar gas. This cloud broke off to form a whirling disk of material that heated up more and more and more, till the fusion of hydrogen and helium. And our sun was born, just like that. Additionally, a baby Earth was on its way. Following the star's formation, anything on the rotating disk's farthest reaches started to group together. The seedlings would be these clusters for our solar system's planets and moons. As they continued to gather stuff, they became more spherical and larger. The clusters in the solar system's colder areas were composed primarily of gases, liquids, and ice. Nearer the sun, the inner planets were created entirely of rocky material, similar to Earth and Mars. The early Earth was a very dynamic planet. From a volcanic standpoint, it ejected carbon dioxide, methane, and hydrogen sulfide among other gases. The initial atmosphere of our planet was composed of these gases. Large comets and asteroids continuously attacked early Earth. And not too long after, Earth was hit by an even more powerful collision. A planet the size of Mars called Theia smacked hard into our impressionable environment. A massive collision hurled fragments of material throughout the orbit of Earth. And after that, gravity bonded them into the moon that we recognize today. 3.8 billion years ago, oceans did not exist on this scorching, primordial Earth. Water was once only a gas. Nonetheless, 3.8 billion years ago, water was able to condense and become liquid when our planet cooled enough. This nascent Earth was formerly covered by a primeval ocean and created a water world there. Water is a necessary component for the creation of life. Thus, with so much water, about 3.7 billion years ago, life first emerged on Earth. These minuscule organisms were the earliest known manifestations of life. However, that was almost a billion years ago that a few of these species altered the path of human history. 3.3 billion years ago, Earth was not an aquatic world for very long. The primeval water soon gave way to the earliest continents. Their scientific name is cratons. As the land grew farther away from the water on the world, the first supercontinent emerged. Thalbara was not a supercontinent by any means. It was not very big. According to scientists, it was not as big as Australia's continent. 2.4 billion years ago. About 2.4 billion years in the past. Evolution of cyanobacteria to develop into the earliest photosynthesizers on Earth. Eventually, certain oxygen generators appeared to greatly improve the hospitability of Earth's atmosphere. Folks, the rest is history. I'm kidding. There is still much work ahead of us. With so much fresh oxygen, carbon dioxide content was far lower in the Earth's atmosphere. And that was why the planet was freezing. As Earth experienced its first ice age, a large portion of our young planet froze. 1.1 billion years ago. Now, as the atmosphere of Earth was shifting, moreover, the continents were shifting. They divided and then came together to form the following supercontinent. Rodinia. In reality, Rodinia was a supercontinent. It was possibly the largest supercontinent to have ever inhabited the Earth. In existence? Alright, life started to get more complicated. However, something else transpired. Rodinia disintegrated and brought together a new supercontinent. Pannotia was the name of this one. Then, Between about 540 and 485 million years ago, an eruption of fresh vitality occurred. It was dubbed the Cambrian explosion this time. And the creatures that developed throughout this time possessed hard physical parts, such as spines or shells. The most well-known of all were the trilobites that resembled aliens. About 440 million years in the past, the weather abruptly changed, as well as the ocean's temperature altered much. The first mass extinction event occurred on Earth. This was the extinction of the Ordovician Silurian. Additionally, most of the lives that had been dispersing throughout the Earth disappeared. Many of these organisms established the framework for the ecosystems that currently exist on Earth. Between 350 million and 420 million years ago, from the dirt of Earth, the first trees emerged. Additionally, the first animals touched down. 250 million years ago, the last great supercontinent blanketed the Earth, Pangaea. Regretfully, it was also at this time that the largest mass extinction event in human history occurred on Earth. The Great Passage. Enormous volumes of greenhouse gases and a quickening of global warming. Over 90% of all species on Earth were wiped out. However, this massive extinction facilitated the evolution of the following generation of animals. 240 to 230 million years ago, dinosaurs initially made an appearance. Over the ensuing 150 million years, they would govern the region. Should you have been present, you would have seen the enormous Argentinosaurus, a sauropod, the biggest animal on land ever. Alternatively, one of the largest apex predators on Earth may have pursued you, the Tyrannosaurus rex. Additionally, you would see Pangaea break up and creating the modern continents. Perhaps you already see where this is going. 66 million years ago, an asteroid collided with Earth, where Mexico is at the moment, and it released a great deal of debris into the sky, that the sun was obscured by it. The dinosaurs became extinct as a result of the catastrophic climate changes brought on by this. In the following emergence wave of animals, mammals proliferated. 6 million years ago, the first recorded humanity to set foot on Earth. The name Sahelanthropus applied to this species. Even yet, they probably continued to walk on all fours. 4 million years ago, the earliest people started to walk erect. And after roughly 1 million years, they would create the earliest tools that are known to exist, which they employed to smash objects. Something ignited about 800,000 years ago. These prehistoric people mastered the use of fire, and was now able to prepare meals and supply their own heating. Their brains kept developing more quickly than before. These people acquired interpersonal communication skills and the surroundings in quite different ways. Then between 40,000 to 15,000 years ago, apart from Homo sapiens, every other kind of human died extinct. 10,000 years ago, Earth saw its earliest farmers. These formerly itinerant people put down roots and eventually stopped traveling the world. Leaping forward to around 250 years ago, there was an industrial revolution. We experienced significant technological changes in culture and socioeconomics. Farm-based, rural communities gave way to increasingly industrialized, urban ones. The number of people on Earth kept increasing. By 1804, we reached 1 billion. By 1927, we'd hit 2 billion. And since the 1960s, the number of people on the planet has increased steadily to its current location, at more than 8 billion individuals. And now there's a fresh danger to human survival, and a plethora of other life forms on our planet. Changes in climate. Globally, both sea levels and temperatures are rising, and the diversity of life is diminishing. It's possible that another global extinction is about to occur. If you like this video, please comment it below.